Hey, welcome back to Willie J Gaming. I'm Willie J, and today we are playing episode 3 of Doki Doki Literature Club. Doki Doki Literature Club is this amazing visual novel that's supposed to take a dark turn sometime like in the middle or the end, and I'm excited to see what that would be. But right now, what we're doing is we're writing a poem to share with the rest of the class tomorrow. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hey, Will. Yes, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always been the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Would you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Eh? Why are we doing that? Why that all of a sudden? No reason really. I just wanted to look at it. You don't look inside a girl's purse. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill on the desk. Only 2 small coins fell out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How do you even know? So she was trying to get us to pay for the snacks. It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and you wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you planned conveniently that you forgot to spend all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't know she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. I was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Will to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. Ugh. I really like it when you speak your mind, Jerry. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad and I have to accept the revolution. Retribution. That! Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But, you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I tricked Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! What was... a cookie! Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Please just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly claps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Sayori. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? That's... Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out a receipt and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Oh, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, so Yuri trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. She's such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you go say Yuri? Eh? Natsuki glanced around the room. Monica isn't in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't heard either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was in study hall. To be honest, I kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I listen to where you played music as well, Monica. I don't really... She wasn't doing that. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn to play piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'll also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Will. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean to put pressure on you or anything like that. Oh, don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I've loved the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Hey, Yuri. Huh? I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book than the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No, I was kind of just waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yeah, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this into the teacher's desk, and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I may as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Yuri was going to make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? Monica, please mind your own business for once. Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Will in club activities? My mouth gapes. I suppose there's something wrong with that. Monica's doing her pose again. Then let's go, Will. Yuri quickly exits the room, and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly pushes her forehead against a wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri, I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Well, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it sound, as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. All have emotions and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. Ah, no. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her forehead. Well, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you, too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the pitcher, we return to the classroom. Well, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches a teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around, anyway. Oh, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Will. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Well, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have a back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because of your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading. Yes, my posture. I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I'll retrieve the book from my bag. Anyway, I have some chocolates as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since they'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. I wonder why that is. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a posture that makes it even harder to focus. Yes, now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages. Oh, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it, but as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively placed the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Huh? Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what happened. Well, sorry, I guess I shouldn't have done that. You were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in that kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was, just friends. Yeah, then you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can just tell by her expression that she can't even focus right now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time, Yuri's eyes meet mine. Sorry, the mailman just came. How did I even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. I was about to say something else. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it into her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone! Yuri jolts back. It's time to share our poems! Will, can you help Yuri put away the tea stuff? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks! The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah, Yuri takes the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Who should I do my poem to first? Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Well, this one might even be better than yesterday's. How do you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday, I'm writing these poems for Yuri, mostly using long convoluted words that describe different emotions to appeal to Yuri's sense of writing. Just yesterday I was telling you about the kind of techniques work with practicing. Maybe that's why you did such a good job explaining. I really wanted to try and give it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breaths and collects her thoughts. I know Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I only write for myself. And besides, people just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share with me the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. The raccoon. It happened one night. Shall I use Yuri's voice? It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies I'm not good with cursive, guys. As a human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The inciting beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom, the bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon indicts cements. I can't read. The moon indites cements its place and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions on the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon is taken to follow me. You could say we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. a rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread. Pavlovian, that's a scientific thing. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if this is my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right, it's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using this poem as a canvas to express the vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I can take it at face value, I can even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Now, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things that I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Will? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and find our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I'd probably hate myself. I'd probably be ranting a bit right now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Will. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would be so comfortable sharing in my writing, but now I almost feel I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling, and you're to thank for that. It's nothing, really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Should I show my poem to her next? Yuri. Ooh, I like this one, Will. It has some nice feelings in it. I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. That's not very helpful, you know. Well, I'm not good at figuring out poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of the whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Anyway, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet! Yeah! I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad. I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes, when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug. And make a nice, happy rainbow. Sorry, that's unexpectedly poetic. It is? Maybe I'm getting a little better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Will. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Boggles, I pop off my scalp like a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams, little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle and keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle, a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping, I blow off dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through the locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up, and in come my friends. In they come, in such a hurry. Did they want my bottles that much? I frantically pulled them off the shelf, one after another, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts and shards all over the floor. They're supposed to be for my friends. These friends aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Holy crap. Sarah, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being so cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Oh, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself in this way. It helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. I wonder if this is one of those times where seeing the passion in your eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. I'll show it to Monica now. Hi again, Will. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess I'll take that. As long as it's not going too bad, I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I gave my poem to Monica. Alright, this one's good. It feels like you're not only getting comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, But have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what's going on in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that, you must be pretty into her. Huh? You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm just kidding. Besides, I'm sure she's already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but, well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me, the colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, and blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. Is this a computer? The noise, it won't stop. Vibrating, graying waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaninglessness. Save me. It's just even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before. I guess I like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can really change the mood of a poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote these lines makes it really feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be abstract, as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. Okay, the poem, that comment, she's No, I think it's just metaphorical. You never know when you might change your mind. Or, I mean, it would be pretty cool if she was actually sentient, but it's probably metaphorical. Or when something unexpected might happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Who should I show my poem to next? Well, I wouldn't, if I could, but I'll show it to Nazi. Well, I can admit that it's better than the last one. It's nice to see you're putting in some effort. That's good. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. Oh, you think so? Well, yeah. Maybe if you guys have been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend her time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a deadweight. That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way, if it weren't for me, she'd probably just fly away like letting go off a balloon. You could say we each take care of each other in the own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know, I heard about Amy. Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad, and she helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about, oh no. She probably talks about spiders. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in the poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's how everything thinks might. That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid of if people find out. They'd make fun of you for it. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Oh, that's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem wasn't about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything. Now she has trouble finding words. I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff. I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure, and Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it, it sounds like she's learned her lesson. Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying your emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow, too, so look forward to it. Okay, everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned for today, so if everyone could just sit in front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll end up embarrassing ourselves and instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need more than a few decorations. Siri has been working on posters, and I've designed some more pamphlets that we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but it doesn't really tell us what we're actually going to be doing. Oh, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? But, Monica... Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each one of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sarah's putting it together on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sarah, who has been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting these posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? No, it's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone in just a couple days. It's a lot hard to ask them to recite their poems out loud in front of a room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons we're all in the club today. Don't you want to share that with others to inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if it takes us standing in the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. She looks worried. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new club members. The least we can do is help them out a bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. All right. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri neglectfully glances around the room at everyone's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh, gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting the poem in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite a poem in front of the club, how do you expect it to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry, I'll start off to help everyone feel a bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through a notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way We Fly. Is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Yuri's so fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands. Keeping her head down, she walks over to the podium. This poem is called... You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she reads the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple lines, her voice changes. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we all give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were so caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds up the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thanks for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops off her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called my meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How'd you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out in the best way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery as Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were able to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said that she likes my poems. It's like I get the chance to read more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes, and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Will liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem really fits you nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours with that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work well. They might need more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. That's well, I've been practicing that thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time for the festival, you know. Okay, now who's next, Natsuki? Don't make me go before Will. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Will lower everyone's standards a bit before I have to do it. Natsuki, it's fine. I may as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up in front of the podium and recite the poem. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem, so I'm not exactly confident in my own writing. It's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as anyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in writing. That's something they'll have to improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leave you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. This poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting her poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little uninfused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Oh, well, do you at least feel prepared to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people, but when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so, well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I have an idea what it's going to be like now. Make sure you pick a poem for the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time. Geez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine, too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone, I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll at least do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Will. You don't have to say it. Whatever. Let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, lots of things have already changed, but too, Sayori is a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori! Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to, Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's just say, one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Well... Alright, so this is going to be another big decision, so I'm just going to split this one and try to see what happens. Alright, but first let's do this. Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri? But she's so beautiful and smart. Geez, I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you two really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Will. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted to. So I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure it out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about. But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Alright, so before we get to the end of the episode, I'm just going to go back and see what... No. Hold on. I'm going to have to save this here. Alright, then I'll go and load this and see what happens if I pick the other thing. I'll walk home with Yuri. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so... Isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. You admit it. Jeez, there's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe, but I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore. Need you? Sayori, I can't figure out how you're seeing things. Everyone is different. No one in the club is a replacement for you. If you say so. Conversation trails off and I'm left feeling a little awkward. But it's kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I just can't lie to her. But if there's something that makes me happy, I would hate to take that away from her. Like why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival is only in a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? I guess it would be better to go back to this ending. Alright, so we have reached the end of episode 3, day 3 of Doki Doki Literature Club. This is such an amazing game, and I can't wait to see what happens next. Next, coming up, I think it's the festival. The festival is only a few days away, and we're going to have to write poems to share at the festival. We just got through practicing by sharing all our poems that were allowed with the club. And we hope that sharing these poems at the festival is going to get more people enthusiastic about poetry and literature, and it's going to get more club members, which I would really love for that to happen. So until then, I'm Willie J, this has been Willie J Gaming, and thanks for watching. Goodbye.